This input of our bInfo from Hartmut Stegemann would be a new start to modern antiquity. As the name on the front page shows, the name reads the Essener, Qumran, Johannes der Taeufer und Jesus. Every word is, as the Germans say, treffend. Inviting our eyes' attention. Why did I say modern antiquity? Antiquity means oldness. So in history we use some words as the historians like it. I would say this is about the starting of the modern age, which starts from Jesus Christ, after Christ era, which some people say BCE. I'm getting confused, sorry. So AD is what we are talking about, Anno Domini. As you can see, it's a railway station. I have a few minutes before I take my train to Frankfurt. That's why I take a few minutes for reading a few words with our friends. Essener is a new word for some people. Qumran is also a new word for some people who are not academicians. Johannes der Taeufer is Deutsch for John the Baptist. Und Jesus and Jesus is a word which nobody needs introduction. I wouldn't say nobody. Mostly nobody needs introduction because a lot of people in the world have heard his name. But the fun or the riddle or the ununderstandableness, the conundrum, is that a right word? Is there a word like that in English? Or am I getting mixed with some other word? Okay. Where did I start and stop? Sorry. Even though John the Baptist is the harbinger, herald of the new age of Jesus Christ, more information about him and his background comes only from the last century, I think. Books about Qumran. Essener is supposed to be a group of Jews who lived a lot like the Indian Buddhists. The Indian Buddhists, or so to say, the Indians in general, who gave a lot of importance to the bodily cleanliness, like in Kumbh Mela, dipping oneself in the Ganges river, washing away all the sins. Even though this is an external sign of washing oneself from our iniquities, Taeufer, baptism in Christianity, Taeufer, that is dipping oneself into water, if I remember right, because after getting introduced to several words in German, English, Sanskrit and Malayalam, I get confused. So I request your corrections to help my senility. And that's exactly the intention of the sitting together. As I wanted to tell you, before I pick up another book more important than John the Baptist, the next name Jesus, which many people are afraid to use because his influence on the world is intimidating, terrifying to some people who are against his theories. Jesus comes, though from Bethlehem, the house of bread, Beit Lehama, or Bethlehem. Even though born there, he had to flee away because there were people who were afraid of him from the beginning, who ran away with his parents to Alexandria, if I hear right, then came back, lived in Nazareth, then made his arena mainly Kafir, Naum, the famous city where he preached several things new. And this Kafir, which became a synonym for Jesus Christ, has been used by some people like a terror to immoral life. So, Kafir is in a sense is another name for Jesus Christ because he comes from Kafir Naum. I don't know what the word means, Kafir. Maybe the town of Naum or Naugas, Sanskrit, of small ships and things like that. Am I going astray with my linguistic analysis in history and historical names? I think it has already made us longer than I wanted. We will get on these things later in the next episode. Thank you. If you can subscribe, you are nice to me, and it will profit us all. Thank you.